Based on a recent social media post from Naughty Dog co-president Neil Druckman, the studio has at least 3 games in active development. Is this all a ruse, or could we be getting a new Uncharted or Last of Us game? Here's everything we need to know.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away a PS5 with a copy of NBA 2K22 and Madden 22. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
So, what's the official word? Naughty Dog announced on Twitter on February 3rd, 2022, that they are recruiting across several disciplines, including game design, visual effects, coding, and more. Naughty Dog tweeted the next day, February 4th, 2022, stating, "We're growing," and inviting developers to join the team as they work on X, Y, and Z, with emojis that signify solitude. It's probably reasonable to conclude that The Last of Us Factions is one project, and that rumors of a full remake of the franchise's initial installment are another. If these rumors are accurate, one emoji remains unaccounted for, leaving Naughty Dog's third mystery game in the dark. Since 2007, Naughty Dog has developed 7 games in 2 distinct franchises, Uncharted and The Last of Us, so it's possible they're branching out and looking for a change of pace. So 1 or 2 of the games might be sequels to previously released titles, but the studio could also surprise fans and release 3 whole new games, but only time will tell. Naughty Dog is said to be working on 2 forthcoming games, a multiplayer update for The Last of Us 2 and a remake of The Last of Us. Naughty Dog revealed ahead of the game's public release that The Last of Us 2 will not include multiplayer at first, despite the fact that many fans had hoped for a sequel to the original game's successful factions mode. Naughty Dog is said to be upgrading the original game with the gameplay and realism of its successor for a new generation of gamers with The Last of Us remake. However, there is a lot more mystery in that department when it comes to the studio's next unique single-player project. Is there something more to go on from the tweets? Neil Druckman hinted at the number of projects in the pipeline at Naughty Dog via Twitter, and the usage of several emojis hints that Naughty Dog is working on 3 separate games. This isn't the first time Druckman's social media activity has sparked speculation about Naughty Dog's future plans, because in November, he changed his Twitter bio, mentioning an unreleased game. Bend Studios design manager Eric Jensen chimed in on the joke and said, "Can't wait for hand-over-mouth emoji," the Days Gone developer said to Druckman, to which Druckman answered, "Dude, NDA." While Jensen is most likely simply playing into Druckman's tweet in order to spark fan curiosity, it's also plausible to presume Jensen is aware of Naughty Dog's projects and knows exactly what the hand-over-mouth emoji refers to. According to previous rumors and job advertisements, Naughty Dog has been working on many AAA titles, but relying on this conversation, fans may finally have a definitive number. If The Last of Us 2's multiplayer and Last of Us Remake take up 2 of the 3 slots, the studio will only have 1 more game in production. It's also possible that the update version of Factions multiplayer will be featured in The Last of Us Remake, but that's just an assumption at the moment. In any case, it's evident that Naughty Dog doesn't mind baiting its audience. This new IP may have a black protagonist. According to speculation, Naughty Dog is developing a new IP for the PlayStation 5 that will have a black protagonist. If this is true, this might be the first Naughty Dog game to have a black protagonist. While major black characters have appeared in previous Naughty Dog titles, such as Uncharted 4: A Thief's End's Nadine and Uncharted: The Lost Legacy's Nadine, they have never been protagonists. The game may be influenced by the movie Moonlight. According to rumors, this should change with the upcoming game, which is based on the 2016 film Moonlight. And no, we're not talking about Marvel's Moon Knight, but that would have been cool too. The report comes from Twitter leaker Ralph, who has built a reputation for disclosing details regarding next year's Call of Duty. According to the leaker, Naughty Dog is looking at movies like Moonlight for direction for their future games. Ralph doesn't give any other information, so it's unclear what this means. For those unfamiliar, Moonlight is a 2016 award-winning film that follows the protagonist through 3 periods of life: infancy, adolescence, and early adulthood. We aren't entirely clear, but this story structure might be what Ralph is alluding to. The study of the protagonist's struggles with his orientation and personality is an important component of the film. This might be what Ralph is trying to say. None of the people involved with the game have spoken about any of this at the time of this video's upload. We don't anticipate any of the parties involved commenting, but if they do, we'll certainly update you in a later video. In the meantime, as usual, feel free to share a comment or 2 to let us know what you think and what you hope to see from Naughty Dog next. Now, in other related gaming news, the Uncharted movie, runtime and rating. After more than 10 years of production, the Uncharted movie is less than a month away from release. Tom Holland stars as a youthful treasure hunter on a journey for a $5 billion fortune in this action-adventure based on Naughty Dog's blockbuster video game franchise of the same name. What's the runtime? The Uncharted movie is expected to last for 116 minutes, or slightly under 2 hours, which is very usual for an action picture. And, as anybody who watched Holland in Spider-Man No Way Home recently knows, that's nothing compared to the length of his Marvel films. In comparison, the latest Spider-Man film, which is still in cinemas, has a 2.5-hour duration. What's the movie rating? Uncharted is rated PG-13 for bloodshed and adult language. This is in line with the video game franchise, which features a lot of gunplay and profanity. For those who are unfamiliar with the game, but are only interested in it for Holland, the Uncharted games feature Nathan Drake on a number of escapades with multiple partners, including his mentor, Sully. Players explore abandoned islands, lost towns, and more while solving puzzles and taking down foes. Since the release of Uncharted: Drake's Fortune in 2007, the series has now become a popular and financial success. Does the game relate to the movie? The Uncharted film is a standalone precursor to the games, so it can be enjoyed by anybody. Nathan's genesis story is told in the film when he departs on his first expedition with Sully, who is played by Mark Wahlberg. The two are on a quest to discover one of the world's finest riches, but they aren't the only ones interested in the $5 billion wealth. Nate and Sully must fight against tough opponents while also locating the riches before it's too late. They're recounting the prequel narrative of how Nathan Drake became an internationally renowned persona, according to Holland. Fans of the game will be treated to a piece of the storyline that they have never seen before. Those who haven't played the games yet are given a wonderful introduction to a character, so it works for almost everyone. Uncharted tickets are now available for sale ahead of the film's premiere later this month. Holland's popularity hasn't waned since the release of Spider-Man No Way Home, and he's hoping for a similar outcome in this next action film. Nathan and Sully's adventure begins on February 18th when Uncharted reaches cinemas. Next, Uncharted: Legacy of Thieves Collection PS5 3D Audio. The Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection serves as a timely reminder of how fantastic Nate and Chloe's shenanigans were years ago. The optimized collection is a fantastic example of how the PS5's unique capabilities can have a significant influence on the whole experience, and they really do make a difference. Both titles now have a 60 frames per second performance mode and a 120 frames per second performance plus option, which drastically improve the look and feel of each game. There's also DualSense controller capability, lightning-fast loading screens, and the ability to load up your PS4 save file, allowing you to reclaim all of your previously acquired awards. Now, the game changer. If you're unfamiliar with Sony's unique spatial audio technology, known as Tempest 3D Audio, it's a complex form of virtual surround sound that skillfully tricks your hearing into thinking music is coming from all directions. Similar to Dolby Atmos and Apple's spatial audio, the PlayStation 5's 3D audio may also provide height cues. As a result, a helicopter can no longer sound like it's floating far away from you, but rather like it's flying straight over your head. It's a significant upgrade over PS4's 3D audio, which could only reproduce about 50 different sound inputs at a moment, compared to the hundreds of sound sources PS5's 3D audio can duplicate, and at a better quality. The Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection is the ideal source material for 3D audio, since it features many lines of speech that may emanate from across all directions, a lot of verticality during battle, and some breathtaking set pieces. But to be honest, no one was expecting it to sound as real as it does. Lastly, binaural adventures. 3D audio benefits more than just firefights and death-defying moments in games. It's also capable of becoming deceptively subtle. Uncharted 4's auction sequence, for example, sounds considerably different from previous installments. The auctioneer's voice reverberates throughout the marble hallways, making you feel as if you're standing right next to Nate, Sully, and Sam as the bidding begins. Thanks for sticking around till the end of this video. See you next time!